Alright, guys. Dragnell here, and we're back with more Doom 2016. We're on the third level, Foundry. It says, with the satellite back online, the full scale and origin of the attack is revealed. Olivia Pierce, the Lazarus Project's lead scientist turned cult leader, activated a hell wave and released hundreds of demons from their holding cells in the Lazarus laboratories. The devastation that followed has left the facility on the brink of complete destruction. The Foundry reactors are in critical meltdown. Samuel Hayden, a survivor and head of the Mars facility, has offered you his help if you need it. You don't. You just need ammo and a way to stop the meltdown before it tears the base apart. Alright, let's look at our challenges. So 3 possessed, 1 barrel. Kill 3 of the possessed with 1 explosive barrel. Curb Stomp, perform 3 death from above, glory kills from possessed soldiers, attack from above, and Quite the Collector, find 2 collectibles. So there are 6 secrets, 3 elite guards, 1 argent cell, and 1 field drone. And of course, the lever, which counts as a secret.
After running more diagnostics on the active freighter suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
Alright, let's read that real quick. Participating in combat will now reward weapon upgrade points. Find and kill as many demons as possible during a mission to maximize your combat rating. You can track your combat rating progress on the top right of your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the Foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
Alright, so we have to find and destroy 4 war nests. Here's the drone. So I like to get the tactical scope. It's not my favorite version of this. My favorite version of this is actually an Eternal. But yeah, I like being able to snipe with it, essentially. So the heavy assault rifle can be fitted with a parallax compensating telescopic sight that allows for multiple zoom levels and gimbal-mounted recoil stabilizers. The high accuracy of the UAC TS3 turns the HAR into an excellent sniper rifle that is capable of firing multiple rounds without creating unmanageable recoil. Alright, so uranium coating. Bullets fired while zoomed will penetrate through targets. Skullcracker. Bullets fired while zoomed will deal additional headshot damage. Lightweight, move faster when zoomed in with a tactical scope. Devastator rounds. Ammunition fired while zoomed uses experimental heavy damage rounds. Alright. Foundry Team Manifest. Congratulations, new advocate. If you're reading this message, then you have been promoted to the Foundry Resource Team. If you were volunteered for this service, you are joining an elite band of Tier 1 advocates whose work and dedication keeps our mission running on all cylinders. As a member of Foundry Resources, you will have access to some of the most advanced equipment the UAC has to offer, including grip ton cargo handlers, Delta V jump boots, and dino-phasic elevators. New members might want to consider applying for an exclusive team tattoo upon joining as a sign of faith in our science. Team tattoos are a mark of your tireless work at the UAC and can be requested by signing up for any of the Lazarus Wave case studies. Please contact a Tier 3 Advanced Weaponry Technician to fill in your application for a pentagram brand today. So, yeah. Alright, let's continue this way. And that is why I like sniping. And I want to do it a lot. Alright. What we need to do is press this. Oof. Very brutal death. Very brutal. There and there. So we gotta go that way. Because we need that guy's hand. So. Let's go this way.
Core temperature rising.
Lee guard for here. Alright, so we have 2 Predator suit. Alright, we can. Right, let's do it. And now we need 3. So, plasma. Right, so come up here real quick because doink. This is the guy we need. Gonna rip your arm off there, bud. Sorry about that. My bad. And just, yeah.
Access granted.
And then we continue through here
Gas link
to do that.
start.
So we don't need the ammo right now, so we're gonna save those and we're gonna activate the corner. To get enemies. New enemy. They got a Hellraiser. Yeah.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Alright, just gotta do 3 more. Nothing this way. That's the way we came. So, I think the only way we can go now is back out the way we came. So let's go. But yeah, in a little bit, maybe. I gotta go down there anyway, so I'm thinking about just going down there. I'm making sure I haven't forgotten a codex entry. Alright, yeah, let's just go down. I like to go down and do the bottom as fast as possible to go ahead and just get it done out of the way, because it can get a little annoying, basically down here. We'll come back for that when we need it. Yeah, there is a core nest there. Wait, I need to. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and get the core nest done. And then we'll go over here. My loading is definitely faster though.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Back to this armor. So you get 3 points for every armor shard you pick up. Yeah, let's go back out. This way. Alright. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we'll get that when we need it. But I got at least one of them. Alright. Alright, let's go. Go. Alright, and there's that one. So let's yeah, let's
Demonic
go
threat
get that
reduced by 50%.
armor. So just jump up here and then you jump up. We're probably gonna. Is there a door down here? There was a door down here. There, I guess not. Alright, so let's go through this door. I know. Make sure we get everything in here. And I mean everything. Before we continue. Here's the entry. It's about the imp. Despite their low status among the demon ranks and their seemingly endless numbers, imps have unique characteristics in battle. Some prefer fighting from an elevated position, while others will rush their target and swipe at them with razor-sharp claws. Walls and obstacles offer no defense against imps as they will leap great heights and easily hang from surfaces. The imp is capable of channeling hell energy through its hands and shaping it into a projectile. As the imp channels the energy, airborne particles and debris are sucked into the maelstrom to create a condensed, superheated fireball. The mechanics of the imp's ranged attack suggest that they are actually a lower form of the summoner. Alright, let's read about the Hellraiser. The Hellraiser is an astute and tactical foe that will engage enemies from a distance with a powerful beam of unrefined hell energy. The beam emanates from an arm-like protrusion composed of cartilage and other osseous tissue. Articulation of the cartilage allows the Hellraiser to focus its energy beam into a single charged shot that will obliterate anything that stands in its path. Alright, but I have weapon points now, so let's dump some into the tactical scope. Bullets fired while zoomed will penetrate through targets. And yeah, let's do the Skullcracker. Alright, I'm just making sure I get everything because there's a weapon in this area that I want. Here it is. The rocket launcher. Alright, rocket launcher. This weapon has seen little design modifications since its development in the late 21st century. It is standard issue to heavy weapons, specialists in all military forces due to its unparalleled direct impact and radius damage. The UAC improved the design slightly by adding an automated quick reload. The weapon casing has been retrofitted to accept UAC-developed modifications. With the large blast radius and high damage, the rocket launcher is useful against all but the fastest enemies. Alright. There we go, that's what I wanted. I believe this is where it came from. Just making sure. Yeah, because the gore nest was right there. Alright, let's continue. So I believe we are up above it, so yeah. So I will show you how to get that later. So we're gonna come back in here and go this way, I think. No. Hang on. I'm just a little lost. Give me 1 second, guys. I always get lost here. Always get lost here. I think I have to go back out where I came. Because I'm just lost. And go up these stairs over here. Actually, I think we should go up that. Yeah. Alright. So we cannot go through there. We cannot go through there because that's the blue door. So yeah, that's where we started, and we've already done the gore nest there. So now we gotta find some keys.
Warning. Core temperature
But
rising.
now you see it. Let me show you where it opened. Yep, 3 possessed, 1 barrel. Here's the cell. We're going to put it into armor. We're going to put it either 75 or 100. 75. So now we don't need that. We can save it. So we cannot go through there yet. But the lever opened up here. I don't know all the... I don't remember all of them. I don't remember, like, what specific map all of them are. So I will be talking out what all of them are. Like, where they are. What game they are. I know this one is the first game. This was Doom. Is from the first game, so of course I think you're limited to where you can go. Like I asked in the last video, if you want to see me play the classic maps, I will 100% do it. Alright, so yeah, we gotta find the yellow key, because that's where I believe we gotta go next. No, not here. So, yeah, no, we can't go up. I think we gotta go over there, actually. Alright, yeah, here's the yellow key. I'm just sitting here chilling. Cannot go that way. That's the blue key. I think we get that later. But when we move ahead... Let's read about the Hell Knight real quick. Hell Knight. The Hell Knight is a towering brute bred for combat deep in the bowels of hell. These diabolical beasts are the prized gladiators of the demon horde. They relentlessly stomp towards their targets, smashing their massive fists into the ground to create shockwaves that stagger their opponent and leave them vulnerable to bone-crushing melee attacks. The Hell Knight's powerful legs allow it to leap across large distances effortlessly, quickly closing the gap to its enemy. Alright, so we have 3 weapon points. kind of want to save it for something for the rocket launcher. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, so I did have another way out. I just low-key forgot where it was. Alright, so let's come get this armor over here real quick. I need that. No, I don't need that. Okay. So, now that we have the yellow key, let's go through the yellow door. Just over this way. I believe we're about to have another one to go. So, yep. So we still need 2 collectibles, 3 secrets, 2 elite guards. Let me in, thank you. Alright, so there's a card entry right here on Samuel Hayden. So let's read about him. Samuel Hayden is the chairman of the UAC. Born into the wealthy and powerful Hayden family, he completed his master's in theoretical physics at Oxford University. He showed prodigious talent in several fields, including thermodynamics, electromagnetic theory, and nuclear sciences. At a young age, he established the Samuel Hayden Foundation, a philanthropic organization dedicated to sponsoring young scientific talent and funding scientific programs in schools and colleges. His daunting intellect made him a prime target for the UAC, and they recruited him soon after he was appointed General Director of the Global Science Council. Samuel took over leadership of the UAC a few months after the discovery of the Argent fracture and immediately put the Argent Tower into production. During construction of the Argent Tower, Samuel was diagnosed with stage 4 inoperable brain cancer. Samuel was given 6 months to live. He dedicated those last few months to finding a radical solution to his mortality: cybernetic transference. So yeah, all right. There's some armor in here. Plasma here. Toy, right there. It's plasma rifle model, the prototype guy. It is needed for, yeah, quite the collector.
Warning. Core temperature rising.
Alright, we'll go that way in a second. Let's finish going this way. Up here. It's an elite guard. So we need 3 for the next one, and then we can move on to finishing up equipment. Equipment efficiency, I think is what it was called. Yeah, equipment system. Sorry, power up effectiveness in equipment. Alright, so let's go this way first. Keep that door closed. Alright, so we can't go this way. Door is broken, so we have to go this way. Yeah. So, war nest. Door nest is done. Automap up the stairs.
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
Yeah. Okay. Foundry. The Foundry, an extension wing of resource operations, the first Mars outpost, processes all of the heavy elements mined from the outlying Martian landscape and from around the original location of the Argent fracture. Refining Argent plasma requires a large amount of transitional metals and noble gases, so a central location that can be systematically cleansed and decontaminated is required to keep Argent energy production at maximum efficiency. As such, this area is considered a high-risk area, and all UAC employees are subject to regular med checks to ensure their production capabilities are not degraded by the environment. Industrial accident-related deaths in the Foundry dropped dramatically in MTC 2146 thanks to the implementation of new UAC safety protocols, where employees exposed to dangerous materials are immediately sent to the Lazarus labs for cleansing, re-education, and where possible, reintegration. As a result of this protocol, officially reported deaths have dropped to negligible amounts. Alright. So, yeah. So, Automap is just down here and around the corner. But we have to continue this way, because we need this. Looking. Alright. We're actually gonna go back, because I want that armor. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I know, I'm so bad. So let's go back and go get armor. Actually, we have to. Helmet right here.
Always watching.
I forgot a couple of Hell Knights spawned in. We'll go get the other one here in a second after I get this armor. On the pipe. Where is the pipe? Alright, there it is. Alright, there we go. Let's go through. Actually, no. We gotta go one more place. There's a Hell Knight that spawned in. We gotta go kill. He's in there. Yep. See?
Have you filled out your UAC accidental death and dismemberment form? See Jessica in Human Resources for assistance.
Alright, now that we can read about the health station. The UAC health station follows the same standard design specifications as its predecessor, the health pack, but with improved nanobot dispersal and faster cellular analysis. When the patient's arm is inserted into the administration sleeve, the health station initiates a microscopic atomic force scan on the subject and administers a nanobot package that targets cellular deficiencies. Chem clusters are then dosed to the patient, which stimulates rapid recovery. Some users experience lightheadedness when using the health station. This can be cured by reinserting the patient's arm in the machine and running it a second time. This step can be repeated as often as necessary. That's a little much, if I may say so myself. But yeah, so you can either come through either door. Doesn't matter.
Establish a new area.
We're gonna actually chainsaw someone. Health back. That was ammo.
reduced to minimum safe levels. Lockdown
Alright.
disengaged.
Now that that is disengaged,
Turbine room doors now open.
we can go through here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's 3 doors to go through. Alright, so more secret. More elite guard. So before we continue,
We will establish a new paradigm and move you.
that's right, yeah, he's... There we go. And to get back up, he just... Poof. And yeah, possessed engineer model for Vault Guy. I just want to take another look at this real quick to make sure I'm not missing. What is that down there? I'm missing an elite guard. I'm not 100% sure where it's at. Like I said, it's been a hot minute. It's not gonna be over there because there was one already over there. We're gonna get this since we have 7. Because now I can get 50 headshot kills while using the tactical scope, and I can master it. Okay, yeah, let's go back to this for a second. I think it's up ahead, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're gonna go ahead and continue, and we'll come back if we need to. If anything, I can always go check over there, right there, but I doubt it's over there. Yeah, no, it's not over there. Alright, so we're gonna continue.
Warning. Core temperature reaching critical levels.
Alright, so we hit this. This is a tough fight. Armor.
core temperature is now stabilized.
Alright, investigate the
The
signal.
primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Yeah, so essentially now we're just chasing Olivia at this point now. Okay, whew! There's the last light guard. I missed it. Alright. Now we got 2. Need 3 though, so.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 402.
She has lovely house, Dr. Hayden.
All power rerouted to Argent Energy Tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
Alright, so yeah, that's all the secrets. Yep.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
Alright, so that is it for Foundry. I will see you on in the next video in Argent Facility.